welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. It says, what does the Bible say about a Christian having an alcoholic drink? Like at a celebration or at a meal. What does the Bible say about other Christians calling them out for having a drink? Well, we got two issues here. The, quote, freedom to consume, and then those who are, quote, calling out or holding one accountable for their actions. Now, this is one of those questions. It gets asked quite a bit, and one of the problems we have is the culture that we find ourselves in. I'll deal with that in just a moment. So, what does the Bible say about a, quote, Christian and alcoholic consumption? Let me work backwards, if you allow me. For those who have the office of a bishop or a pastor, according to 1 Timothy chapter 3, no alcohol. What about the deacons, the servant leaders of the church? It says in that same chapter, they are to have a little. But then you go back into Ephesians chapter 5. It says, be not drunk with wine, which is excess, but with the Spirit of God. In other words, what you see, I believe scripturally, pastors none, deacons little, everybody else, just don't get drunk, or as we like to say in the South, don't get tore up. Now, what does that apply to or how does that apply to the questions that is asked? Well, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. One of my favorite, I think most intriguing and insightful passages in the Bible makes this statement. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. What that means is just because we can doesn't mean we should. There's ample passages over in 1 Corinthians 8 among many that talk about not causing a Christian or a brother, or in some cases a sister, to stumble. If one was calling one out regarding their alcoholic consumption, you could say maybe there was one of those stumbling issues. And then you've got this whole issue of meat being offered unto idols, which I think meat and drink go hand in hand, i.e. having some type of meal, where it speaks of the fact of not doing anything that would cause someone who's a non-believer to question or doubt the faith. In our culture today, even though it is the 21st century in Western civilization, whether we like it or not, here we live in a culture that has stigmatized alcohol when it comes to Christianity, whether it be within and or without the church. And to be quite honest with you, I know what the Bible says and I realize the liberty that it gives a believer. However, I also understand the responsibility it gives to other believers and to a lost and dying world. And to be quite honest, it goes back to 1 Corinthians 6. Just because it's lawful, does that really mean it's beneficial? Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.